So, have you ever eaten something sweet? It might be a piece of candy, some chocolate, a sweet beverage, and after just a couple of minutes, felt the urge to want more. I'll be the first to admit that whenever I have a sip of a can of Coke and I place it down on the table, it takes seconds, and then I'm reaching for it again. That feeling isn't just a habit. It has a name: sugar cravings. Sugar cravings are the trap that sugar is designed to make to keep us wanting to eat more, even when we're already full. I did some research. I found out that in the last 50 years, sugar consumption has nearly tripled. Sugar-related diseases have doubled. The WHO warns us. They tell us that adults are meant to eat 50 grams of sugar per day, and teenagers, half of that. This just to remain somewhat healthy. To actually be fully healthy, we're meant to half the recommended daily dose. But when we look at individual countries, such as the US, the daily consumption for a teenager is 130 grams of sugar. That's 5 times as much as the recommended consumption. This is why many doctors ended up saying that in the next 20 years, 1 in 3 people will end up developing type 2 diabetes. So we clearly all know that sugar is horrible for us and we're not meant to eat it. But then why do we keep on reaching for that second piece of cake? Let me explain using these 2 examples. Here we have little Timmy. Now, little Timmy is eating a slice of cake, and on the graph you can see how much sugar he has in his blood. He eats it, and, well, the sugar spikes. Timmy feels great. He's on top of the world, he's motivated, he's energized, he can do anything right now. That's what we call a sugar high. But here's the catch. Your body pulls the sugar out of your blood just as quickly. After minutes, the curve crashes right back down, and Timmy feels sluggish, unmotivated, unhappy, exactly the opposite of what he felt minutes ago. So Timmy's brain starts to think, and it thinks, well, I felt great before and I ate sugar, so maybe I should eat some more. Now, let's use a different example. Say Timmy eats an apple. The sugars in the apple get absorbed much slower. The curve never actually spikes, and your body never reacts too strongly, so it's nice and even. There's never urgent need for more. That's the difference. Highly sugary foods make us crave more, not because we lack willpower, but because our brain is just trying to escape a crash. So I asked myself, what if we stop eating sugars? Will we feel happier, more motivated, more energized? Or would nothing change and maybe we're just making a big deal about it? I decided to find out. I ran an experiment. Well, experiment is a big word. It was actually just me, so kind of small. Where for 90 days, I cut out all added sugars. That means no sweeteners, no syrups, no juices. Thought it was a piece of cake. It was not. The first couple of days, I remember vividly craving sugar so badly, and not because I actually needed sugar in the specific day, but because my body wasn't used to it. Then, of course, there was, well, the food itself, actually. I think I spent more time reading food labels than actually eating, which is crazy. And I went to the grocery store this once, and I picked up a piece of salmon, and I flipped it, and it had a food label, and I read it, and I had to put it back down because it had added sugars in it. Why would I ever want sugar in my salmon? Now, that's when it really hit me. Most of the sugars that we actually eat, they don't even come from sweets and candy. They're hidden in everyday normal food. Then, of course, there was also the social aspect. Going out with friends or eating with family, snacking while watching a movie, and being the only one to say no while everybody else is eating whatever they want. The temptation isn't just physical, it's social. But after a couple of weeks, something unexpected happened. I remember walking past Herbstmesse, past this cotton candy stand. And usually you get hit with the smell of like sweetness and you're super happy and you want to eat some cotton candy. And I got hit like really strongly this time. And in contrast to what normally happens, I felt bad. I was nauseous for 30 minutes, and I had to get away as far as possible. That's when it really hit me just how much sugar was affecting me. The 90 days passed, and well, the changes were obvious. I felt more energized, I was more motivated, and I could focus for a lot longer. I also lost 5 kilos without starving myself, which is great. And I'm gonna be a bit vulnerable here. This is a picture of me before the diet. I used to suffer from skin acne. And well, this is me after the diet. The skin acne got reduced. And although skin doesn't play a huge role in our overall health, it has a huge role in how we perceive ourselves. Now, it's been 6 months since my diet ended, and it still holds huge effects on me today. I'm much more aware of what I eat, and I feel like I eat less sugar than what I did previously. But I'll be completely honest, I stopped the diet. It was way too time-consuming to have to read all those food labels, and eating something sweet every once in a while won't kill you. But something became super clear to me, and that's sugar was really dragging me down. So I always thought that I was actually in charge of what I ate and how much I've ate of it, but clearly I'm not. At the beginning of this talk, I asked you guys to remember a moment where you craved for a second piece of sweetness. I'll follow up by asking you, did you go for that second piece? Me too. The next time you'll find yourself in this situation again, I want you to think about this talk and think, is it really me making this decision, or is sugar making this decision for me? Thank you.